Most people don't get disrespected because they're weak. They get disrespected because they respond too fast. They rush to explain. They jump into conversations. They react emotionally, instantly. And that's exactly why no one listens, why no one respects them, why their words carry zero weight. But here's what powerful people do differently. They pause, they wait, and when they speak, people lean in. There's one move so simple, so subtle, that it flips the power dynamic instantly. A 3-second pause. It's not just silence, it's strategy. It creates tension, it forces attention, it makes people feel your presence before you even say a word. Today, you'll learn how to use that silence to dominate every conversation and make people respect you. Without ever raising your voice, this isn't about playing games, it's about learning control. So don't blink. Let's begin. Part 1. Why fast equals weak. In today's world, we're trained to respond fast. Fast replies, fast opinions, fast reactions. But here's the truth no one tells you. Speed kills respect. When you respond instantly, it sends a signal. You're too eager, you're too emotional, you're too available. People might smile, but deep down, they've already placed you in a lower tier. Not because of what you said, but because of how quickly you said it. Think of it like marketing. When a product tells you everything in the first second, you stop caring. But when it reveals just enough to make you lean in, you get curious. You assign it higher value. Same with people. Slowness is not weakness, it's intentional. It makes others work harder to get your attention, and that alone shifts the power. Part 2. The 3-second rule. Here's the move that flips the script. Before you respond, pause for just 3 seconds. It sounds simple, almost too simple. That's why it works. Almost no one does it. Most people are addicted to reacting. They speak before they think. They let emotion lead, and in doing so, they give away their power. But when you pause, everything changes. That silence. It creates tension. It makes people lean in. It tells them, I don't rush. I choose my words. Use it everywhere. Before answering a question, pause. Before reacting to criticism, pause. Before speaking in a group, pause. And during that 3 seconds, you gather yourself. You own the moment. You remind yourself, I respond. I don't react. It's not just a pause. It's a signal dash that you are not like the rest. Part 3. The psychology behind the pause. Why does a 3-second pause feel so powerful? Because it breaks the script. Most people expect instant replies, fast talkers, fast thinkers. So when you pause, you create a gap their brain wasn't ready for, and in that gap, something strange happens. They start second-guessing themselves. Did I say something wrong? Why is he not reacting? Is he more confident than me? This is called status inversion. You're no longer the one following their energy. They're now reacting to yours. The pause also signals emotional control. It tells people, I don't speak unless it matters. And that makes your words heavier, more respected, more remembered, even in silence. You're speaking volumes. Most people chase attention with noise, but the powerful, they let silence do the talking. Part 4. Who owns the conversation? In every interaction, there's always one question being answered silently. Who's leading this? And the answer isn't always about who's talking more. It's about who controls the pace. Most people rush to fill every silence. They explain. They justify. They react. But the one who owns the pause, owns the frame. The moment you pause, you flip the dynamic. You're no longer reacting to them. They're waiting for you. They lean forward. They wonder what you'll say. They begin to adapt their energy to match yours. That's control, not by force, but by presence. The person who leads isn't always the loudest. It's the one who speaks with intent and waits without fear. So ask yourself in every conversation, am I chasing the moment or am I commanding it? Part 5, bonus trick. Tilt, pause, and lower your voice. Want to amplify the pause? Here's the move. After those 3 seconds, tilt your head slightly. Hold eye contact, raise one eyebrow, just a bit. Then speak. But lower your voice and slow it down. This simple combination sends shockwaves. Why? Because it triggers primal instincts. Your body says, I'm in control. I don't need to speak fast or loud. It's what high-status people do naturally. They speak like their words matter, and because they believe it, others do too. This isn't arrogance, it's poise. It's the kind of presence that makes people hold their breath, just to hear what you'll say next. So next time, don't just speak. Deliver your words like they cost something, because respect isn't begged for, it's projected before you even finish your sentence. Part 6. Applications in real life. This isn't theory. The 3-second rule works everywhere. In a business meeting, pause before answering. Suddenly, everyone sees you as thoughtful, calculated, in control. In a heated argument, pause and watch the other person unravel. They'll fill the silence with their own doubts. Meanwhile, you remain composed, undeniably grounded. On a date, pause before responding. It adds mystery. It signals self-worth. It says, I'm not here to impress. I'm here to connect. In negotiations, let them talk first. Then pause. They'll start negotiating against themselves because the silence becomes pressure. And the best part, you don't need to do anything flashy. You just wait and let them feel the weight of your silence, because in that stillness, you become unforgettable. Part 7. What actually changes when you pause. So what really happens when you pause? On the surface, just silence. But underneath, psychological chaos. The human brain hates uncertainty. And silence, it's the ultimate unknown. When you delay your response, you force their mind to start spinning. Did I say something wrong? Are they analyzing me? Are they more confident than me? That 3-second pause becomes a mirror, and they start seeing their own insecurity reflected back. Meanwhile, you haven't even spoken. You've said nothing. But you've already shifted the power. They lean forward. They watch your face for clues. They wait for you to set the tone. You didn't beg for attention. You made them work for it. And that is the most subtle form of dominance. When your silence changes how others feel about themselves, you win the room before you open your mouth. Use the pause, command the room. From this moment forward, never rush your words again, because the moment you pause, you stop chasing approval. You stop playing the loudest voice in the room. Instead, You become the still point in the storm, the one everyone waits on, watches, respects. You don't need to speak more. You need to speak with weight. A 3-second pause is not silence. It's tactical restraint. It's calculated control. It's how powerful men move. So next time someone tests you, pause. Next time they challenge you, pause. Next time you're about to react emotionally, pause and own the frame. Watch what happens. The world doesn't just listen to you, it adjusts to you. And that's when you know you no longer chase respect. You command it. Now listen carefully. Dark Mindset isn't just a channel. It's a movement. Subscribe now or stay forgettable forever. The choice is yours.